Checking mic check. See how audio's doing. Check, check, checkity check. Checking mic. Okay, it's coming through nicely. So yeah, today we will be, well, I will be, um, putting together the dungeon for tomorrow's special stream. So I am working on. Yeah, I started working on this like last week, but got sidetracked. This week was pretty busy. I mean, honestly, we came out with the event for Dudes versus Cancer a bit with our post about the event a bit late. So I wanna sorry Lance and Toby, but yeah, it all worked out. Like we got it up yesterday. Thank you to those who have already um you know clicked going on the Facebook event page. I just wanna give a shout out to, let's see, um so far you've got, yeah, Paul, who we playing, and Marek, and those who clicked interested. So a bunch of you guys are interested in watching this. So there's Ian de Guzman, Ian Gab, um, Benjamin, Jeanette, Lance, Christopher, Neil himself, thank you, Camille, um, Erwin, Denver, and Paula. Thank you for clicking on interested. Hopefully, I think most of our regular audience catches our notifications on Twitch anyway. So we'll be, yeah, hopefully they'll be joining us too. Yeah, so I have the whole morning and I guess much of the early afternoon free to work on this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start working on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on the dungeon on the dungeon for tomorrow. JP, Arvin, and Phil, if you're watching, maybe it's better if you kind of tune out now, because like you don't want spoilers for tomorrow. Um, yeah, I figure that since the audience is gonna be like we've invited them to be kind of complicit in um granting boons or bestowing curses to our players tomorrow. Like you might want to see like what we're gonna be working with anyway. Um, yeah. Well, I'll I'll leave it at that before we kind of reveal what I've got so far. So yes. Yeah. Good morning. If you're tuning in from the Philippines or Southeast Asia, good morning. From anywhere else in the world, good day. Um, and yeah, let's run the intro. Here we go. All right. So here we have Tailspire. This is what we'll be using to run tomorrow's adventure. You can see we've got a test PC, test player character. We're in player mode right now, so we're only seeing what the player should see, what the player would see. So this is the landing area for the dungeon. It's I don't have a name for this dungeon yet, but you'll find out what it's about in a bit, and maybe you can help me come up with a name. Um, hey, thank you for the subscription, Sarah, and yeah, hi, good morning. Um, yeah, you're not playing tomorrow, so it's safe. um, Will you be watching though? Will you be joining us like in the chat? So where was I? Yeah, this dungeon. You'll see what it's about in a bit. Um, so this is like the landing zone. I kind of wanted to have like a something of a like transporter pod here. Um, and yeah. So this is where the players are gonna be spawning. I'm gonna have them spawn over here. And you've got 4 passages in the 4 cardinal directions, 4 portals to go through. We'll find out what that's for in a bit. So you'll probably tune in. Great. Awesome. We'll see you then. And thank you for tuning in now and keeping me company while I make this dungeon. So, where was I? Yeah. You can see this is the overlay we'll have for tomorrow. JP made this, so I'm testing the overlay out too. And yeah, I'll be up here. We'll have our special guest Paul from the Greasy Snitches, an awesome outfit that organizes their own like tabletop tabletop RPG events, both live play and like workshops, breakfasts, brunches. Yeah, check them out. They're on Facebook. The Greasy Snitches or Greasy Snitches Presents, I think, is their page name on Facebook. Check them out. Jagrick or Arvin will be down here, and JP will be at the bottom. We've got, I think this is a donation tracker. I'm not sure what the HP is, honestly, but we have our donation tracker here, and we'll have any donors will get a little shout out in this scrolling what in this marquee at the bottom. I'm not sure what that little other symbol is, but yeah, this is our overlay for tomorrow. Really, really awesome work by JP. Thank you, JP, for putting this together. Let me adjust my webcam really slightly. There we go. Just so it's a bit more out of the way. All right. So yeah, let's get to what this dungeon is about. So I was trying to think of like fun ways to do like how I can make Tailspire streaming, with Tailspire like as fun as it can be. And I kind of decided to draw inspiration from one of my favorite shows growing up. I don't know if like you guys watch this, but like one of my favorite game shows growing up was this show called The Crystal Maze. It's this British like it's essentially a dungeon because you go through the whole you go through it like it's got all these cool it's essentially a game show about escape rooms. There we go. Because escape rooms are a thing these days, or breakout rooms where you have to kind of solve a puzzle to get out. But the thing is, instead of like how you'd go into to an escape room these days as a group, it's still a team thing. But the team would choose like one member to to go in to these challenge rooms, and essentially if the member didn't finish in it's there's a set timer, and if it, like from anywhere from 1 minute to like 3 minutes, um if if the player didn't finish the challenge in time, um they can get locked in. So they have the option of giving up and not, and getting out before the timer expires and they're fine, or they sometimes they try and go for broke and they get locked in, and they get, the team has the option of buying like their teammate out of it with like a crystal. That's why it's called the crystal maze. Because every time you win a challenge room, you get a crystal. So there you go. Really, really awesome game show. It's and I've always thought that it'd be fun to incorporate the challenges that they have that they put together there in like a dungeon and in a D&D dungeon. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. For tomorrow, I'm building a crystal maze. Well, I can't call it crystal maze because that's their trademark. But I'm building a something inspired, an homage to the crystal maze. So let's get into it. Let me show you. So this is what the players see at the start. But what I'm making is this. So in the crystal maze, you have like the whole the whole maze split up into different zones. So you have like the Aztec zone, the ocean zone, which is like a submarine kind of thing, or like a sunken oil rig kind of setting. There's the what else is there? Uh, so Aztec. Um, let's see the zones. Futuristic, industrial, and medieval. I think in the first few seasons, they changed. Industrial and ocean were the ones that were changed up. So yeah, I think industrial just looked like a big factory or something. Anyway, but yeah, so we are gonna be doing a central hub where the players will then I'm gonna when the players appear in the central hub, I'm gonna explain the gist of the dungeon. I think JP and Arvin are gonna be using their characters from the Diccast like D&D campaign, so it's gonna be a very like what if kind of story. They get pulled in here for whatever reason, and they have to make their way out. And what I'm doing instead of crystals is we have the spark of hope, and each challenge room is gonna have a spark that they are gonna try to get to the end. So this one, as you can see, is very simple, very deceptively simple, I'd say, because they just have to bring the spark from one end of the room to where they enter. So when they enter this level, so let me show you what happens. Like when they go to this portal, I'm just gonna drag their avatars over here, and then they will be able to see this initial level, but not yet the puzzle room, the challenge room. So yeah, they are gonna initially, yeah, this is it. There's nothing here, but they will be entering once they enter this. So let me show you what they can see. Even when they open it, they still can't see the next level. So because there's no floor connecting these. So I'm gonna put them over here, and that's when they have this part revealed. So they're gonna be taking. Did the overlay refresh? I don't know. I don't know if it refreshed, but I'm essentially working with. Oh, I guess it did. Yeah. Yeah, things shifted around. Nice. Thank you, JP. So, yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully you aren't. Yeah, you said you aren't watching. Just have the chat window up. Awesome. Okay. So yeah. I guess I have to type my response. So you'll see it. There you go. 4 instances of yup, we good replying to you right there. So yeah, it's a very simple task. They just have to bring this just change the chat source size. Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. No problem. Let me just reply on Twitch. Mm, make it 400 by 1080 Okay, change the height to 1080. Let's see what that does. Uh, okay, cool. Yeah, looks good. Okay, anyway, so they just have to bring this flame of hope, this spark of hope, over from one end of the room. They're gonna be carrying this cauldron. What's gonna happen is so it's a time challenge. I'm guessing 2 minutes is gonna be enough. That's two. That's 20 rounds, and they'll need that because what they don't know is that there's an anti-magic field in this whole room that dispels the light of hope. If they step out of the path that you can see here, the light goes out. Yeah, see you at Spider-Man later. Thank you for the free tickets. We'll see you. See you then. All right. So yeah, the light goes out. Oh, why am I talking to them? I have to reply to them in chat, or you won't see it. All right. So yeah, the light goes out if they step out of this path because there's an anti-magic field on the floor. The checkerboard stuff is just to mislead. They might think that they have to step on the dark squares or the lighter squares to make it through, but no, they just have to follow to figure out that there's a path they have to follow. It's not that complicated. The shape is just like a simple S for hope. Not intentional. I just realized that now. Oh, you're going, Sarah? The one at to the one at Mega Mall later? Yay! We'll see you. Hey, thank you, Speaking Beast. Welcome to the stream. So as I was explaining, like this is gonna be inspired by the Crystal Maze. So essentially, like we're gonna have a bunch of challenge rooms with the different tile sets from your awesome virtual tabletop game platform, Tailspire. So congratulations, by the way, on getting it successfully funded, like within a week, I think. Super awesome. So anyway, this one, the simple task they have for them here in this room is to bring the spark of hope over from one end of the room back to the starting area. And what they don't know is there's an anti-magic field, except for this path in the answer key that I've made. Actually, I should bring down the walls because I want to be able to see this in full. So, by walls. All right. There we go. Okay. Just messing with JP in chat. Anyway, so yeah, if they deviate from this path, the light is gonna go out, and they kind of have to figure that out for themselves. I think since it's an anti magic field, anyone if they do anything like cast detect magic, um, or I don't know, maybe like I'll be a bit forgiving if they have like any see invisibility um, abilities or detect whatever. I might give them a free pass, but essentially they will be having to figure this out for themselves beyond the simple instruction of bring the light, the spark of hope, back to the starting area. That's essentially it. So that's what I've got so far. And yeah, transparent walls. I don't know. Speaking beast, like, is there gonna be in The Sims, like you can have like a half wall kind of thing. That's what we were discussing like in one of our previous Tales Fire streams. Sarah and I both realized that with full walls up, like it can get very difficult to to it can get very difficult to kind of see what's going on inside. But yeah, like our it's uh having like a visual mode where the walls are halved. Is that gonna be a thing, or is that like how difficult is that to implement? I have no idea, but I'm just curious, like if that's gonna be a feature in the beta or the early access release on Steam. All right. Anyway, so time to design the next level. So the next level I want to do, um, and I guess I should put this up, put my browser up on the stream. Okay, cool. So, Speaking Beast says, Sarah, if you're checking out chat, they'll be working on um, occlusion, an occlusion system that ah that'll surround the players and create cutouts of the walls, I guess. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for answering that question in our chat. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna introduce a browser source so you guys can see. Or no, it should be a window, not a browser. Window capture. Firefox. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a bit smaller, and I'm gonna crop it a bit because that's how this web page is formatted anyway. So you can see over here, this is the aqueduct puzzle, and essentially you have liquid from one side flowing down, and they have, I think if I recall correctly, like the lowest dish like contains the crystal or something, and the liquid like brings it up. Oh yeah, JP, that's an interesting question from JP, because we kind of found out that he has different some resolution modes available to him that aren't available to me. It's a bit of an interesting it is a bit of an interesting quirk to run into when you're designing this overlay. Anyway, so yeah, aqueduct problem. Um, we are yeah. I'll be having the players another advantage of using Tailspire is that we can easily kind of rotate elements of the dungeon on the fly, and that's what I'll be using to facilitate this puzzle. So, what I would like to do is have like a landing platform where the players can kind of, like just have like a fake like dial or something to manipulate, and whenever they touch that, it rotates like one of the big like pieces, the pipes. I'll be using the sewer pipes props. It rotates those to kind of create, um, and they should be able to like uh make this that spark of hope flow from one end of the puzzle to the other. So, all right. Thank you for tuning in, Speaking Beast. Yeah, see you. See you around. See you tomorrow. But yeah, so I am gonna be designing that now. So first, it's in the futuristic cell. I think for that I will go with a tavern. I guess. Oh no, we'll go with sewers. So we'll design that over here. So let's quickly go into the building assets. It's already, what time is it? It's 9:32. Okay, we got a lot of time. Tiles, sewers. Let's go with a floor. Okay. Are there stairs in the sewers? Nope, I'll have to use these. So let me replace our hotkeys. We have floor. Alright. Put something like 20 by 10. What does the futuristic cell, the futuristic area look like, actually? Zones. Futuristic. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the cramped space. The super cramped one. How about this is the new one? What does the old one look like? Oh, it's the same. Okay. Okay. So this'll, let's make it a yeah, let's make it like a 1, 2, 3, like a octagon. Can we do an octagon in Tailspire? Let's try it. Delete. Let's try making an octagon, shall we? Floor tile. There we go. So, nah, let's just go with like a diamond shape. So I want the floors to be, the landing areas for each puzzle to be fairly massive, because it wouldn't be D&D if there wasn't some kind of a combat element. Or, let's make it like a half circle, actually. It wouldn't be D&D if there wasn't some kind of fighting, or at least it wouldn't be like show off what D&D is amazing at if there weren't some kind of fighting to this combat element, rather. So what I want to do is have, after they retrieve the spark, if they come back here, they will have, there will be an ambush waiting for them, where monsters will be trying to stop them from bringing the spark back to this central area over here. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, let's try it. Let's put some props. What can hold the spark? I guess just like 4 cauldrons in the middle should work. Anyways, yeah, over here, let's do sewers. Is this a corner? It's a corner set. That's a bit jank. Let's try something with the floor. There we go. Just so it's a bit easier. Okay. Let's add a. Will this work? No, there has to be like a, I guess, a floor tile down there. A 1 by 1. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3. Let's fill that out now. Okay. Filling this out. And then we add that corner tile. How does that look? What can I do to kind of make that corner look a bit more appealing? Let's see. Not. Is there like just a column? Like a plain column? Plain column, no? I guess that'll have to do. And then we're gonna put up some walls. Wall plus floor. Let's redo this. Let's redo this part. Let's put up. Let's start with the portal, of course. Isn't there one with a floor? There we go. And then we can put up some. Some walls over here. And let's put the corners. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Let's put that over here and oop. Or I could just, you know what? Let's put pipes there to hide the corners. and it's like gonna be a clue to for the next puzzles anyway. It'll be like a nice visual. Yeah, that works a lot better. Okay, now let's just redo those steps here. Corner with floor, there we go. 1, oops, 2, and the plain wall, 3, and then let's put all the pipes here already, because we are gonna need all of these later when we design the actual puzzle. All right, thanks JP. Yeah, I'll let you know if there's any other problems. I forgot to take out that Firefox overlay. Okay, now you can see the actual level. Okay, there we go. Let me just check something on Facebook. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Let me just... Alright, we're up there. So, okay, let's do the same thing. And put our pipes up here. Then we are going to... Actually, this might have to be a corner. Corner tile. Yeah, so we can put up the... Put the wall. And close this. There we go. And in the middle, we're gonna put that thing with a ladder. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. We need lighting. We're just gonna go with the brazier every time. It works. Oh, you know, this should be on one side. Like over here. And one of these should be a portal. Or the double doors. Which way does this open? Okay, nice. But I think there should be a floor under it, because that is a bit low. Perfect. Okay, so more lighting. And these, there, and no, should be in the corner there. All right, nice. Some pretty cool lighting. Let's see what we can add here. That looks kind of slightly different. There was a wall on the sewer set link. It said, there we go. Yeah, I just want that in there for the sheer visual appeal. Let's add that. Alright, nice. Nice little symmetry to our dungeon. So, yeah, players are gonna enter on this end. There is whole floor. This is gonna be, I'm gonna describe this as being like sealed off, closed, while this is the path to the puzzle. So same visual identifier as our doors over here, pretty much. So they know that when it's double doors, that is the puzzle. Um, it's probably okay that it shows commands. Anyway, so now that we have our passage to the puzzle, we are gonna craft our puzzle area. So I want a landing zone for the players. Actually, it doesn't have to be that big. It can be as small as like yeah, by 8 by 4. How did I design this one? Okay, got it. Let's make those walls. And oh wait, we want that is it Morgoth with a fancy floor? No, it's is it castle? Yeah, it's castle. You want this because this is gonna be the landing zone. And okay. We're gonna have 4 like manipulables here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, now I want these to be. It's bugging me that this is off center. Here's a 1 by 1 tile. There we go. Let's move this. Oops. Okay. There we go. So yeah, there's gonna be 4 players can walk up to this, describe that they're turning the doohickeys, and we will have before them essentially a field of contraptions that will be turning in concert, and ideally linking up to deliver the item down here. Let's move these over. So we have our receptacle area. So it's gonna have to be obviously this one, right? Oops. Nope. This one. No, come on. Center. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this is the where the thing falls, and I guess these are what turn. Is there one that goes down? because I kind of want it. I kind of want there to be like a bit of a vertical aspect too. Okay, okay, I see what you can do. I think, if I recall correctly, we will have to be linking these so that it's actually visible to the players. So that is an important element of this dungeon build. I heard an alert. Where did that come from? What chat window did that pop come from? There it is again. What is that? Um, let's see. Is it on Facebook? Hang on. Is it on Restream? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. JP did mention he is talking with someone over on Restream support. Okay. Anyway, that answers that. So let's get back to this build. Um, okay. So what are the movable pieces that I am gonna be working with? So this is the end point. I guess we can just continue that over here. We will put up a will a barrel like look convincing? Nah, that's not flush. What can we put over there? Maybe just yeah. Yeah, that works, I guess. That kind of yeah communicates it anyway. Okay, let's move these over. Okay. So alright. Okay, so this is gonna be our first turn. Ah, no, it has to be. Will this go on top? Will this look? Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alright. Okay. So I put up a thing here, it's like this, that looks nice. And can I just select this and rotate? Yes, I can. Alright, sweet. If I do this, will it link up? Nope. It has to be over here. Yeah. So right, perfect. It's not quite level 2. So we can actually keep adding some like verticality to this. Because I can then manipulate what's on level 2. And I can just add. Oh, why is that no longer? Okay, that's a bit funny. Okay, that's what's going on. Right, so we can have this over here and then put the thing. And this can rotate. Okay, cool. Down here though, this all has to be connected by floor. Forgot. Okay. So that will be over there. This turns that. If a let me test player visibility. Let's move Korgoth all the way over here. So as a player, can I see what's up there? Oh no, I can't. Okay, that is gonna be a problem. So everything will need to be on the floor, apparently. Alright, bye JP. Okay, build mode. Alright, you plan. Everything will be just ground level. Oh well. Okay. Mm-hmm. How do I mute this? D&D Beyond overlay in the stream as a viewer. Can anyone watching tell us Or I'll test it myself. Let's see. Oh wait, okay, I see it. All right, it's working. All right, back to the task. It's getting dark. I think it's gonna start pouring in a bit. Let us add. Okay. Nope. There we go. And have that up here. And let's put that cauldron. And put the fire. There we go. There we go. Question is that still all first story? And can the players see all of this? Yes, they can. Okay, so here is the plan. When a player walks up to this and they say they want to turn the thing, turning the thing makes this thing, at least this initial thing, makes this happen. All right. Is that if I leave it like that? Okay, that's still visible. All right, so it won't be as difficult. Yeah, and turning this will turn this component. Oh, it didn't select the thing. Okay, hang on. I will need to split up these floor tiles. There we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay. Turning this will turn this whole part. Turning this number 3 will turn this component. Turning number 2 will turn this component, and turning number 4 will turn this component. So let's try. Yeah, let's see how that does. Right, let's set them in the wrong positions first. Yeah, rotating's gonna be pretty easy, looks like. It's just I can't have them exactly next to each other because then it gets Yeah. I'll need to move this whole thing. So there we go. Alright. It can be all messed up like that at the start. And what we want to do is figure out the system so that moving. Let's put on some music. I almost forgot. Okay, so what we want to do is have some kind of puzzle system where adding a bit of complication. We when we turn, do you want it like that? Like when we turn one, it turns something else too. Like every two turns of this will turn this once, and every one turn of this will turn this twice. We could do it that way. It's very simple. Like it's not gonna be difficult for them to figure it out. But with time pressure and with each round being counted, there is pressure on them to make a limited number of mistakes with turning. So turning this first one once will turning the first one twice will end up making this turn once. Turning number 2 twice will end up making number 4 turn once. Or maybe the other way around. Turning number 2 once will make number 4 turn twice. There we go. And vice versa. So, okay, let me note that down. Let's note it down on a... Alright, deadly maze. So, barrel maze. Let's show our browser source again. Transform. Let's reset transform. There we go. Let's make it a bit smaller screen. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right. So that's not. It's hard. It sounds hard to remember. That's why I'm noting it down here. So let me type out barrel maze first. So let's bring it back. That's why we have GM notes. Bring it back here. So this description is anti-magic field, or bring the spark of hope from end of the room back to starting point. Anti-magic field snuffs out the spark if they stray from the path. Yeah, that's it. Detect magic reveals. Maybe other spells on a case by case basis. Maybe other spells and abilities on a case by case basis. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too fancy. Same for this. Nothing too fancy. Let's, what do we call this? What is this called? Aqueduct. Puzzle. Yeah, I think we might as well delete like what it was called in the show. Aqueduct puzzle is players turn dials or objective first. Bring the spark of hope from the end from let's put another so they can kind of know what's up. Let's check the player view. Okay, everything's visible. Perfect. Okay, from one end of the pipes to the other. Turning, there are 4, what do you call those? Not wheels. Like, what do you call those things on pipes? 4 uh let's just call them switches. Or 4 dials, there you go. The turn that correspond to parts of the pipe system. Dial 2 turns on dial 1 equals 1 turn on dial 3, and vice versa. So 1 turn on dial 3 will turn dial 1 twice. 1 turn on dial 2 equals, let's just call them A. On dial A, dial C, dial B equals 2 turns on dial D, and vice versa. So let's just try and see if this is actually solvable. Okay, let's take out. So 2 turns, 1 turn, 1 turn, 2 turns. All right. So if I turn this once, all right. Let's turn this one once, twice, thrice. So that's ideal. Thrice, this would turn it, this would result in a turn of 1, right? Just 1. If I turn this another time, then it ends up in the there. So I think 2 more turns on this. One, 2 would end up with this being 1, and then another one would be 1, 2, and that would be that. Okay, so they would have to figure out that it's more efficient to turn these and get them in the right spots. Oh no, but if it's... Alright, let's put them in the fixed positions, the proper positions, and then mock it up according to the rules, right? So, alright. Alright, so we Okay, now let's mess it up. So, if we turn this, let's turn this twice. 1, 2, right? Why won't it? Anyway, let's turn this one then, because it seems to be easier to turn. So 1, 2, and this ends up turning 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then turning this one 3 times. 1, 2, 3 would turn that one 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. All right. That should be solvable. It might be too easy. Maybe it should be like 3 turns. So it's less symmetric. So, okay. Let's fix this up again. Right, so we have that. We have that. And we have that. Okay, so once again, let's do it. 3 turns on dial A is 1 turn on dial C. So this would be... Let's turn this one first. And 1 turn on dial B is 3 turns on dial D. So this one, let's make it turn once. This would turn 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool so far. And to get this back, this would mean turning it 1, 2, 3 would make that turn 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a bit of a quick solution. Maybe we can make it asymmetrical. So there. And it can be like an intelligence roll for them to gauge like the ratio of the size of the dials or something. 1, 2. And yeah, this one, let's make this turn once. 1 or twice. 1, 2, and this one is turned 6 times essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that should be interesting. So let's say that dial A is 3 times the size of dial C. Dial B is 1/2 the size of dial D. Let's color code these. These are the red, blue. Okay, this should be solvable. If it's not, I will take responsibility for it and just award them the frickin' spark. So let's finish up the walls around these. Let's let's make this thing look good. Okay. Corner. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I think no need to add the floor except for yeah, that one spot over here. And all right, let's add some lighting. Um, I wish there were a way to change the color of the flames. That'd be so cool. Let's move this a bit closer. There we go. There we go. That way, when the player steps in, because all the floors are linked, they can see everything. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what else we can do. Alright, that's 2 puzzles down. What can we decorate this space with? Building assets. What can we put in a sewer? Isn't what planned or in a certain build already? Are you talking about the like the half wall thing? Welcome to the stream, Ekana Stone. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Which feature are you talking about? Um, changing fire colors. Yeah, I guess it'll probably be in the beta build. Um, I'm using the alpha, so I understand that there's a lot of functionality that is still, you know, that will come out when they're done with the Kickstarter. So yeah, that's probably like in the beta or the early access build that'll be coming out on Steam. So yeah, something to look forward to for us level designers. So if you've tuned in just now, I'm essentially making the Crystal Maze for my players tomorrow. It's gonna be a charity stream. Someone in our local gaming community, Neil, is fighting cancer, and we're hoping to raise some funds for him to help him out. So yeah, tomorrow, like any like anything we get on stream, whether it's like from subscriptions on Twitch or like straight up donations, will go towards helping towards his fund for helping him fight, kick cancer in the nuts. So hope you can tune in tomorrow. So every puzzle is gonna have like this little spark of hope that they're gonna be taking back to the starting level. They'll deposit these in these 4 cauldrons. So at some point, yeah, that's how it's gonna work. That's the objective, rather, to get all 4. So I have 2 more. I have 2 more puzzles to go. 2 more to go, and then yeah, and that's it. So let's see what other inspirations we can draw from the Crystal Maze. I was looking at this one's pretty similar because you are like oh wait, we can do this too, I guess. So not unlike the coin hungry god of the second, let's zoom in, of the second series, this deity had to be filled with red water collected on the other side of the room from a leaky bucket. This time, though, instead of a rickety bridge, the contestant would have to cross a beam, which would inevitably end up slippery when wet. How do we turn this into a D&D level? That can be done in Tailspire. Let's look at other things. The number of pieces of railway track had to be laid across the water before the wagon could be pulled along to open several locks, the keys for which were hanging in opposite ends of the room. How did they get to the... Okay, anyway. This game comprised of an obstacle course traversed by the contestant who was forbidden to place a foot on the floor. We can do that. That can be like, if they fail an athletics check, they take damage or something. Oh man, it's pretty dark. I'm gonna turn on some lights. And fiddle with my webcam settings. It sounds familiar to Legend of the Hidden Temple, but this is like I guess they all kind of draw from the same thing. Cause I am kind of more of drawing from this really old game show from the UK, The Crystal Maze. Have you seen this show? I guess yeah, like any game show like with challenge rooms and stuff uh does kind of they're all drawing from the same cloth. Like it would sound familiar. A Doom mod based... Which Doom? I haven't played the new ones. Hey Santagoy, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in again. I kinda haven't. Okay, you have to watch the Crystal Maze. I think all the episodes of all the seasons are up on YouTube. I don't know, like if it was done legally or not, but they're all there. You can watch it all on up on YouTube. It's like it's the best thing. It's what I watch when, like, it's what I used to watch on sick days. Um, I'd be in bed with my laptop and I just boot up, the Crystal Maze and like have like noodles in bed. It's like the best thing. Check it out. All right, I guess webcam's fixed. Like that, I think that's a lot more, viewable for you guys, right? Cool. So yeah, this one. What would the incorrect route be? So jump from one stepping stone to the next. I think that's, yeah. Climbing the wall and crossing a zip wire. Taking the incorrect route towards the crystal would impede their route to the door. I'm just looking for things that are really simple. Let's look at more games. Let's look at tell me if you see something interesting in the list and I'll check it out. Just let me know. Anything that's like hopefully something that's easy to recreate in a virtual tabletop like this. Like Tailspire. Let's see what Mead shoot. Using the musket-like weapon, the contestant fired 4 corks at barrels made of mead. The taps in the 3 barrels were turned by hitting. Oh, we can do barrels. This is Tailspire. It's got barrels galore. You saw that too? Alright, yeah, I went straight for this. Like, I mean, chat's a bit delayed because of latency, but I guess great minds think alike. I went for this too. The contestant fired forks, barrels meaning the taps and the barrels are turned by hitting the 2 targets attached to each. Okay. The smaller the targets, the more liquid the barrel contained. The small... Ah! All liquid released flowed down a gutter into the monk's mouth. And when he had drunk enough, he'd fall over and the crystal would be released. Alright, yeah, let's combine this with like the thirsty idol. Because there's a statue prop in Tailspire too. So we can combine it with this. There we go. There's our level. It's the medieval cell, so this will be, I guess, Morngoth or something. No, it should be the tavern. It should be the tavern set. Alright, I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's do this. Close sewers. Let's open the tavern tile set. And so this is mental, or this next one is gonna be skill, because they're gonna be having to shoot stuff, like make attack rolls and stuff to hit the targets. The last one I think will have to be physical. So yeah. I think I'll add more pipes here, just so that when shit goes down, they will have things to kind of hide behind. So there we go. And let's add, will this reach? Ooh, it's too high. I guess that works. It's a bit jank, but whatever. Okay, there we go. So yeah, mead shoot. Let's put that over here. Tavern set. I didn't think I was gonna use a tavern set for this, but it turns out. Oh no, we don't need that yet. Okay. Just straight up tavern. Okay, 10 by 20. Let's put the portal over here. Let's assign a straight up tavern with walls and shit. Okay, let's move everything first. Let's give ourselves some space to work with. And let's replace this with this. Too bad the tavern ones like don't have that update where you can kind of cycle through cycle through the different sets, the different options. Anyway, tavern. Let's remove the pipes. How do I? Oh yeah, just drag and drop, drag and drop. Okay. Let's put up these wall tiles just so it's more like a lot handier. Tavern window, small corner. Let's put that there. One with the window, the one with the fireplace. That's important. And there we go. Okay. So all right. One. Oh, why is it going through the floor? That's not fun. It's just whatever. Okay. And then let's add the corner. Oh, more walls. Walls. Oh, snap. Thank you for the reminder. Definitely not intentional. Sorry about that. Okay. What a bunch of amateurs. Let's do that. Let's add our proper floor. Actually, I kind of like having the let's make a path to the double doors that lead to the puzzle. Because it should look different. Just to kind of, drive it home that it's in Kansas. Perfect. Okay, let's fill in the rest with traditional tavern floors. There we go. All right. Let's see. We'll get to designing this later, but let's go ahead and make our puzzle room, the challenge room. So let's review again, like what. Let's review what the challenge is supposed to be. Mead shoot, using a musket-like weapon. All right, so essentially range attacks towards the barrels. Maybe have like a point total for the players to that players need to hit to get the to like in terms of like the smaller targets, yeah, under the bigger barrel will result in more points. and maybe yeah, like a point total. They'll need to hit a certain point total to get to get for the mead, or in this case maybe it'll be like blood, to reach a statue and get the statue to release the spark. All right, let's do this. Let's make a shooting gallery. Right. Forgot. Has to be this one. And okay. Is there a bare corner, like without the light thing? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's add that. Hmm. Let's see. By the way, let me know if like there's any kind of music you guys want to hear, and if it's on Spotify, I'll probably play it. I know it's kind of quiet. Okay. Okay. Um. Just yeah, floor tiles here. We'll put the bar counter. Right. We will put a weapon rack. Too bad there's nothing like specifically for bows and stuff. Three weapon racks. Let's put some lighting. Yeah. Let's get this place lit up. And play the Sanctuary EP by Asa and Koan Sound. All right, let's find that. Asa and okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, relaxing. Let me know if it's loud enough on stream. Hey, One Crit Wonder, welcome to the stream, man. Or woman, not sure. We are streaming some dungeon building in Tailspire because I am running a something of a charity stream tomorrow. So we're trying to raise funds for a member of our local gaming community who is fighting cancer. So there will be a live event for those of you in the Philippines or in Manila specifically. There will be a live D&D event, Adventures League event in fully booked BGC. You'll be able to play there, but also if you can't make it to that, or if you can make it to both, why not? We are also doing a virtual tabletop stream here on Diccast using Tailspire, and we will be all the proceeds from our stream tomorrow will be going to Neil's fund. So yeah, I'm making the dungeon right now. I'll be DMing, and I wanted it to be something a bit special. I'm a big fan of the Crystal Maze, so I've decided to kind of make this dungeon a bit crystal mazy. So there's a central hub where they'll be going to different parts of the dungeon to solve like puzzles, and yeah. So we've got two down. This is like uh, a mental challenge, a mental puzzle where they um, have to bring the light, the spark of hope from the end of the room back. But there's an anti-magic field where if they don't follow this path, that they can't see by the way, if they don't follow this path, um, they will be, yeah, it snuffs the light out. So they kind of have to figure it out. Could be trial and error, or they could cast something like detect magic to figure out that there's something amiss. And yeah, that'll be that's the one of the first puzzles, or one of the puzzles anyway. This one is by turning like these by turning these dials, they will be turning parts of the pipe maze, the maze of pipes in front, and all they gotta do is get them aligned so that the light flows from one end of the pipes over to this receptacle over here, and that's it. And then, oh, I forgot something. Let's add this over there. Or is that too janky? Can add that. Just doubles. There we go. That looks better. Something's amiss at the what? At the crick? Up here? This one? Yeah, I couldn't get them to line up properly, but it's okay. It's all good. I can live with it. Or maybe the misalignment is a clue for this part or something. But yeah, this third one is what's called the mead shoot. So they will be shooting I guess barrels. Oh, okay. It's just a meme. All right. I'm not too well versed in memes. I gotta admit. What is the range of a longbow? Or a short bow? Let's see. Let's check D&D Beyond. Let's check D&D Beyond. Let's see what the actual ranges are of these things. Let's search. Weapon. Ranged weapons. Search for the ranged weapon table. Oof. We are not seeing a lot. Okay. Longbow. Equipment. There we go. 150, 600. So it's at disadvantage after. How many squares is that? 150 after 30 squares? That's a lot of squares. That's pretty far. Let's see what short bow has. Or what is the range on... I know we have a warlock. So what is the range on Eldritch Blast? 120 feet. And it's just straight up 120. There's no penalties. Okay. What about short bow? Let's see. 80. So that is 16 squares. Okay, we can work with that. Oh, let's see what dim light or lighting. What are the penalties for dim light again? Hang on. There's gotta be a better. Let me check my DM screen. Let's see what the penalties for dim light are. RPGs, D&D, DM screen. Here we go. Light. Obscured. Okay. Lightly obscured, which includes dim light or patchy fog, is a disadvantage on wisdom, on perception, or other things that rely on sight. Let's try to look for that. Obscured. Let's look for the actual rule. There we go. Okay, nothing on attack rolls, but I could just rule that it affects their attack rolls. Right, so they have to kind of, there's that added element because D&D players are D&D characters are a lot more capable than the humans who play games like Legend Temple or Crystal Maze. So you gotta throw like some challenges their way, especially if it relies on a skill check or an attack roll like this. So yeah. Or we could just make it like magical darkness. So they kind of need to use spell slots or something. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's detach it just slightly. And on one end of this, we are gonna have a statue. And we're gonna put the little cauldron in front. We are gonna have a system of pipes. God, shouldn't have gotten rid of it. But alright, so here we go. So just some pipes over here. and like an end point over there. And we are gonna have sure, let's use crates in the back. Are we reaching the second floor yet? Because okay, yeah, we are reaching the second floor. This will not work. We need to have the pipes on the ground level because the players will not see the barrels up top. So okay, we're gonna have where are those pipes? Pipes. There we go. Pipes. All right. Looks a bit jank, but all right. We are gonna have okay, crates in the back. And we're gonna put a bunch of barrels. So for this first one, just one pile. Oh no. Okay, oh well. One pile. Second one, we're gonna have two. Actually, let's just have the one up here. Yeah, alright. And then we're gonna have a bunch of barrels over here. Ugh. Man, I miss being able to kind of morph, you know, like get around the clipping by just dragging. But now it doesn't work. Used to be a little workaround I take advantage of. Maybe we'll just go with number of barrels, yeah? So, essentially, 1, 1, 2, like 1, 2, 3. And these will feed into the... Ah, there we go. And we'll have targets. So we're gonna have what can fill in for targets, like for literal archery practice targets. Nothing in props. Oh, we could use these. Yeah, just like that. Just so it's clear what's at stake. Let's use a candelabra. There we go. So if I bring the player model over here, let's see. Okay, Kargoth, here you go. Will they see it? I'm guessing not, because the floors aren't connected. Yeah. But once I reveal this by putting the player there, it should be visible then. Yes, okay. So that's how you reveal like the thing past the magical darkness. Alright, cool. Let's go back to build mode. Let's put some dark walls around it. that's that. I guess we will add another portal here. We'll add the floor. Okay, there we go. So now we add the let's set up the description of this area. So let's open our browser window. We're gonna call this mead shoot. How do you do this again? Control Alt. Okay. One. Mead shoot. Players must hit the targets next to the barrels. Oh, you know what? Let's not make it mead. I mean, we're gonna turn this into D&D anyway, right? What if we used Okay, you know, that's fine. I don't want to redesign this. Anyway, players must hit the targets next to the barrels to release liquid that will flow into the statue. Once the statue has been sated, the statue's thirst has been sated, it will release a spark of hope into the cauldron. I think we need to put a yeah, I guess just like that, huh? Or do we need to put a pipe here? Sure, just put a pipe there. It's like it's gonna be peeing into the cauldron. Alright, so let's release a spark of hope into a cauldron. A small barrel. A will be, let's make it AC. What? Armor class. What's like for level 7s? Let's make it AC 20. Okay. Medium barrel. B. Let's make it AC. What? 25. And large barrel C. AC 30. Okay. Um, all right. A shroud of magical darkness impedes or impedes the PC's vision, uh, impedes line of sight to the targets until dispelled or seen through via a spell or ability. Yeah, you know what? Small battle AC 20. Statue. Sated by AC 20 releases. Okay, let's make the statue sated by 10 points. Sure. 10 points of 10 units of liquid. One. Just one unit. This releases 2 units. And this row releases 3 units. Or should we stagger it in terms of hit points? Or, yeah, instead of armor class. I'll think about that. But for now, we'll work with armor class. Alright, we've got one more puzzle to go. We're almost done with the dungeon. I think yeah. We just gotta design the tavern part. So let's get to that. I wanna bring in the... Let's bring in a... Here we go. Some suckling pig. Oh, let's put a... You can put a... the fire over here. Let's put some tables. Next to the fire. Let's put... let's line the place with food. Like a buffet. Let's add a row of tables. Or, let's keep the food. Like, to this one section. With alright. Looks good. Then we'll have like the bar area over here, I guess. Oh shit, I guess that goes to tavern. There we go. Bar counter. Let's stock up. So, yeah, pictures. Some pies. Cheese. Right. Basket of apples over here. Let's add some crates in the back. Oh, let's put some sacks. There we go. What else? Let's add a... Oh, we can move the... Yeah, let's move this back a bit. Ugh. Alright, I guess we gotta do this manually. Okay, then we can put these benches in front. Or is there a stool? Smaller one? Stool. Smaller bench. I know there's a smaller bench here somewhere. Let's add... There we go. Bench, small. Essentially bar stools. Yeah. Pitchers. Plates. And... yeah. That looks pretty cool. Let's put a pile of logs by the fire. Off to one side. And what else? Bear rug. Nah, that might be difficult geometry. Yeah, sure. Bookshelves. There we go. Some lighting. Floor torch on each end. Okay. Okay, looks pretty good. I think we can replace this with... oh no, that's fine. A bit of darkness is fine. So yeah, we'll go with that for now. I'll probably get rid of this in favor of a couple more. Set that there. Okay, there we go. Oops. There we go. Okay. Cool. All right. So we've got our tavern set up, and yeah, that's puzzle number 3. All right. We don't need those two. Let's put the floor torches over there so they don't miss the door. And there we go. That is our third piece of the dungeon. My camera is now way bright. Let's dial back the exposure a bit because it's no longer as cloudy outside. Okay, there we go. So yeah, one more, just one more, and we're done. And it's not even lunchtime. Perfect. Let's see, what other Crystal Maze games can we do? So like before, let me know if you see something that catches your eye, and I'll try to find it. Let's close these other ones. This one I kind of wanted to try, but I had no idea how to make it like engaging in Tailspire. Yeah, let's go with. Let's see what else we can do. What is Red Door Maze? Oh. Yeah, this isn't gonna work like with a top-down view. Yeah, that's not gonna work. It's just too bad. This is like one of the more entertaining puzzles in Crystal Maze. Replace the fuel rods. Let's see. Let's look at. Let's look for a physical one. So yeah, replace the fuel rods. Physical. Spirit safe. Let's see what that is. Test of strength sounds like a classic. Okay, 4 fuel rods had to be placed in the correct pods of a reactor using a grasping device. Okay. This is spirit safe. Okay, no. This one. What is this? Test of strength. Had to strike 3 targets with a mallet with such force that the weights would be propelled upward and smash the faces above, spilling sand into the conveyor belt. And when enough sand had been collected, the crystal would be released. We could do this, you know, like just as a permutation on the previous one, instead of like having high a high armor class, it would be damage dealt that triggered the release of the crystal. And then like we could have like different types of damage resistance, like cycling damage resistance. It could be the lights. Maybe like we can have something with like how lights determine like what it's immune to. and it changes every round. You could do something like that. Hmm. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, test of strength to this. Let's see if there's others. What is Sacred Tomb? Let's look at. Let's look at Wind the Capstan? What's this? What's that? Hey, Sitar? Morning over here. So yeah, good evening to you. Where in the world are you tuning in from? Welcome to the stream. I am essentially doing. Alright, let me show you the dungeon. So, tomorrow, we're having a charity stream to raise funds for uh, a member of our local gaming community who is fighting cancer. So, there will be a live event. We are doing the online version, arm of the event. So, anything we get on stream, all the money will go to his fund for fighting cancer. And I am essentially designing the dungeon that we'll be putting the players through. And I thought I'd draw inspiration from one of my favorite shows, The Crystal Maze. So all of these are there's gonna be a central hub where they pop in, and I kind of deliver the gist of what the dungeon is. They will be doing their best to bring like these sparks of hope from the challenge rooms back to the central hub. So for example, this one, each room is a different challenge. This is a mental challenge, so they gotta figure out, or it's a mystery challenge. They gotta figure out how to bring this from this end of the room over here. But what they don't know is there's an anti-magic field in the middle, and the only path through it is over here in my handy dandy answer key, which the players will not be able to see. But yeah, if they step straight away from this path, like over here, it snuffs the light out, and they have to restart. They have to bring this. They have to bring like the cauldron back to the start for it to reset. And yeah, they kind of have to figure that out. Yeah. So like the tech magic will reveal that there's like an anti-magic field with a certain path. They will have. I'm kind of ruling. I should add it to the text that the cauldron will reduce their speed. It's heavy. It'll reduce their speed by 10 feet, so they can like move like 3 to 4 squares at any time, any round. They'll have 2 minutes, so that's 20 rounds to figure it out. I think that's enough. Detect magic will help, but they will. It's still gonna be quite a physical task, like bringing this through. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's potentially like 3 rounds. I might make it reduce their speed by. They have a lot of time, or I could just make it 1 minute, so they have like 10 rounds to figure everything out. I have told them not to watch. So it's an honor system. Hopefully they don't watch. And even if they do, even if they're cheating, the audience on the day of the stream tomorrow will be able to, through their donations, either help them along. Like donations will probably give them clues, or will give them inspiration dice, or hinder them. So like if I'll leave it to the audience to figure out like if they're messing with me, if the players are messing with me. So like if you think they're cheating, you'll be able to, like, any donation you make, you can call it out. It'll go to them being hindered. So yeah, like I could drop a monster into the room, or I could just change the rules up. That's true. But yeah, like donations can give them disadvantage dice too, or can make the rolls like they make their checks come at a disadvantage. So there's that. Yeah, that's that's the plan for tomorrow. So hopefully, like we get a good, a fun audience along with this fun dungeon. This one they will be, turning the pipes to turn parts of the pipe chain to get the flame going from this end over here to the cauldron over here. Um, this is a mead shoot, so like um, they'll be shooting these targets. This is low AC, but low risk, low reward. With increasing risk and increasing reward. Trying to satisfy the statue's thirst. Like when they reach a certain number of points, it will dump a spark of hope into this cauldron, which they can then retrieve. I'm just gonna be moving them into the areas, like when they go through the portal on this central hub. I'll just drag their figurine over, like to this side, to the entry point, and that's it, really. Simple as that. And then when they're done, they go to the exit and they pop in back here where they came from. So I've got one more area to go. I'm considering going with this one, Test of Strength. So it's a classic. It's like that classic, fairground Test of Strength where you hit something and it makes the metal weight go up and ding the bell. But this time, yeah, it's something similar. So they will be doing their best to essentially just straight up deal damage instead of hit high armor class. And I'm thinking to make it like a uniquely D&D challenge. I'm gonna have them I'm gonna have some kind of cycling damage resistance. So like after they deal a certain amount of damage, the damage resistance shifts, and there'll be a bunch of different weapons in the room, from slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, and yeah, like a cold iron or stuff like that. So that's the plan for the final room. Hopefully I can pull it off. Hopefully, like it'll still be interesting to play through. Oh, and whenever they retrieve a spark of hope, whenever they successfully finish a room, they get ambushed in the landing area. So yeah, monsters will be trying to take that spark back from them. Been trying to get some ideas on builds. For Tailspire. Yeah, I think despite it being alpha, limited tile set, you can't really there is no like the Fog of War is pretty jank. That's why I had to separate these by gaps in the level so that they can't when they spawn, they can't see the whole thing. So that's one workaround. But one thing to note is that once a player mini has been to one part of it, it won't hide it anymore. Okay, cool, yeah. Same here. It's been a fun ride, and it's like it's huge that they've successfully funded the beta or the early access on Steam. So congratulations to Bouncy Rock. Yeah, same here. Like the spell effects, the being able to scale these. Like I could make this zombie like huge. If it's crazy. And yeah, Fog of War 2 and the expanded tile sets. I am so excited for the beta release. Yeah, scaling is gonna be a game changer. Like I want my gigantic blocks of cheese. I remember when that like the 4 times block of cheese was a prop back in the day that I think they just got rid of. So I want my gigantic cheeses back. All right. Yeah, one more to go. I think I'll go with Morgoth, right? Or Castle. Mm, yeah, sure. Let's go with Castle. Um, right, let's trade out our hotkeyed tiles. Let's add in. Mm, wall. Sure. Let's do this. So first things first, the landing area. Portal landing goes over here. And then let's start adding those. What do you want this? It should be a. Let's make this a. Oh, let's make it a dungeon, a castle dungeon. That should be fun. Is there one with a light source? You have a map from a Pathfinder module you're playing. Oh yeah, those are fun. Like to recreate like what's in the published modules. I've done the Red Brand hideout in Lost Mine of Fandolver. So that was a fun challenge because like it's not, you don't really feel it when you're playing tabletop, purely tabletop, because like the steps and stuff, like you don't really take that into account when you're just going to the dungeon in 2D. But it was fun to kind of translate, like what those, like how those steps would go into like a 3D virtual tabletop. So yeah, I'll show it at the end of the stream, maybe, or later on, like uh what that looks like. But basically, we have the Red Brand hideout with like the stairs up and stairs down, and like that little crevice where that monster is lurking. And yeah, it was so fun to design something on multiple levels. Um, and it was also like, it kind not easier, but it was fun to translate something from the. It really helped that it was that there was already like something, it was drawing from something published, but it was also really like a design challenge to kind of take into account what you kind of take for granted with just a 2D map. um yeah. I also made like a squid ship, from the old Spelljammer campaign setting. So that had like 3 decks: top deck, like the outer deck, the middle one, and like the basement of the ship. That was fun too. I tried making like a tower setup, but yeah, like I just didn't finish that one. But it's so fun, like to just build stuff in Tailspire. It's half the. It's more than half the. Trying to get used to floors and levels. Yeah, that is true. Like it's hard to, you gotta, especially if there's something on top of like a floor, right? You can't just, it's not as easy to kind of cut and paste stuff and move stuff around. I know what you mean. I think also, I don't know if they fixed this because they haven't made anything like on multiple levels really since the start of alpha. But sometimes stuff from the lower levels will jut out onto the upper levels, and it can kind of mess with, yeah, with like layering stuff on top of each other. So I don't know if that's still a problem now, but yeah, I think that's why I kind of stopped with like multi-level um multi-level builds, because I kept running into that, that hassle. But yeah, like keep in mind if you're watching this like on VOD or right now, that this is an alpha build, and presumably like the beta is gonna fix it up a lot, a lot better. So just have faith in the developers. They're really awesome and responsive so far. So I think it's a great sign going forward. Hey, Mr. Square Peg, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, it happens with pillars. That is, I guess that still happens. So hopefully they fix that for the early access version. It is one of the best alpha. Like it does have like a full feature set. It kind of already does like what the product is supposed to do right off the bat, and it's playable. Like you can play these with your friends already online, or like have like a with at the tabletop, like have like a player laptop, and you have your setup, right? And or like even you could even have like a TV screen um showing for when you want to do cutscenes and stuff. Yeah, standardized sizes. Yeah, like fixed scaling and stuff. That's true. I've heard of that. And oh dang, that's a wasp. Or no, is that just a beetle? I hope that's just a beetle. Please don't go near me. Okay, went out the window. Okay. They are planning to standardize sizes a bit better. That's true. Oh man, they weren't on board. They weren't on board. They missed out. That's a bummer. Fireworks. Oh, 4th of July. So yeah, if you're in the US, I guess you guys are in the US. So yeah, happy 4th of July to you guys. The company I work for is based in New York. So I kind of have the day off too. So yeah, happy 4th of July guys. Hope you have a good one. And I feel for your pets. Like hopefully um I hope you can find some way to comfort them. I have a pair of dogs and a pair of cats myself, and yeah, I just feel bad for them. Like around the new year, it's it's stressful. Hey, be fun! Woo! Oh yeah, I don't know. I am in Manila, the Philippines. So yeah, we are um we are on opposite ends of the world. That's why it's full daytime here. It's like what time is it? It's just 20 minutes before noon. So yeah. Welcome to, a Southeast Asian D&D stream. Like if you've never been to one yet, and specifically a Filipino D&D stream. Tailspire stream. Yeah, it's a bit problematic because it does tend to kind of wash out because the background is so bright. It does kind of tend to wash out like what's in front of the camera. So I often have to kind of to finagle with the webcam settings to get things right. All right, yeah, have a have a good one. I will be getting on with this last component of the dungeon. So yeah, we're making this kind of a like a fairground test where the dudes have to do damage, where the players will have to do damage um, to a series of targets. So okay, so let's make it a castle. Like we'll use the castle set. We'll put like 4 statues with varying degrees of with different types of damage resistance. And yeah, so let's go with that. So okay, here's the entry portal. Let's light this up. Let's get this lit. The funny thing about Tailsfire, I find, is that it often feels to me like I'm at. My parents are an architect and a civil engineer, so I've been to my share of like construction zones growing up. And because of the way Tailsfire is lit, like you can't adjust the universal lighting at all. So like the dark areas, there will be dark areas when you're doing a build. And the funny thing is, I often find that I have to lay down lights like you would in a real construction zone to be able to see effectively while you're doing stuff. It is just kind of funny to realize that. That's another way to do it. Put down a mini, give it a torch, and move it around. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Let's bring over where's Korgoth? Where are you, buddy? Oh, these are the other way around. Let's fix that. Okay, where is the barbarian? The barb. Where did I leave him? Is he gone? Whoa, dude. Oh no, you're here. Okay. Oops. Nope. 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 There we go. Who's that guy? I attack the NPC right off the bat. This is feeling a bit too wide. Actually, might as well. Let's have a wide level for once. I want to fit in that banquet table prop. Okay, yeah. Let's go with that. How big is the banquet table? Let's see. Tiles, props. Where's that super long table? Castle table. There we go. All right, cool. Then let's. Yeah, we'll detail that out in a bit. But yeah, for now, let's finish. And then we have this floor, and we have this door. How how does this open? Outwards, I hope. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so this is the landing area. Can minis go up on this? Yes, they can. All right, cool. Let's add some lighting. Oh, it's already here. All right. And then the next part is going to be the actual thing. All right, nice. All right, let's just make sure the visual style is intact. So that's your landing area. This is the entry portal, so it'll have the lights. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And let's put an exit portal over here. Okay. There we go. What's with that weird shadow? Okay. It's a weird shadow over there. Ah, no, it's because of the tiny ledge. You should require that people use the arrow keys to move around. Why is that? Does that kind of lock their movement? Wait, do players control their movement with the arrows? Wait. Like, why would I? Yeah, like, what would the benefit be if they used? Oh, I did not know that. Hang on. Whoa. I had no idea. I had no idea. You know what the trouble is though? When you hold down shift key, you need a compass. Like with W, A, S, and D. Because, or is it oriented to the camera? Ah, it's oriented to the camera. Okay. I thought like it was a absolute cardinal direction kind of thing and not relative. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for that tip. I will note that down. Yeah, let's note that down. Players can move with shift plus WASD or arrow keys. Like, will that limit? No, never mind. Yeah, my room with the this one, right? Yeah, that'd be key. I'll give that instruction. Thank you for the tip. Oh, that wasp is back. Shit. Scared the fuck out of me. Okay. Sorry. Wildlife encounters. Yeah, it's the same as dragging the mini, but just one at a time. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I will be advising them to do that. So I kind of want. Um, let's see. So if I'm gonna be putting 4 statues here, right? Be like plop, plop, plop. Oh, they're all turning their backs. Plop, 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 plop. How do I make this a challenge for D&D, like for level 7s? So the idea behind this is, if this is based on like armor class and hit bonus, I'm gonna be basing this challenge on just doing damage. But you know, that's easy mode for D&D, for D&D for level 7 characters. But how do I keep it challenging? Like, do I give one, you know, like cold resistance or piercing resistance, bludgeoning, piercing, and then this one like resistance to magical weapons? Regen. Okay, so the stone, yeah, the statues like regenerate a certain amount over time. So regen, like in addition to some kind of damage resistance, right? So that the pressure's on. Like if they're level 7s, like I know we're gonna have a dragonborn fighter, a tiefling warlock. Okay. Yeah, damage size, but if they take too long, they heal back up. Oh, it could be like a delayed regen. Like the statue could have like a ton of hit points, but at the end of 5 rounds, at the end of 5, like maybe at the end of 3 rounds, if they're not dealt with by the 3rd round, they just regen up. Like they go back to like half HP, right? So like I don't know, like what's a good HP total for level 7s? What, hit dice? Like we can go by hit dice, like D10 hit dice. So, or D8, yeah, D10 hit dice. So like 70 HP. Is that realistic for level 7s? Like I kind of want them to, if I want them to deal with this thing in like 3 rounds each, because there's 4, and I want some leeway for error. So 3 rounds per statue. That is level. That is gonna be 3, 6, 9, 12. And I want it to be a 2-minute room, so that's 20 rounds. So they have like some leeway of 8 rounds. Yeah, this is 5th ed we're talking about. I'm using 5th ed. So I'm gonna. I told them carte blanche. Just make level 7s. I know it's not something you normally want, like for a campaign or a homebrew game, but this is a one shot and it's a charity stream, so like either way it's gonna be funny. Whether it's too easy or too hard, like it's just gonna be, it's just for fun. So I'm willing to let things go a bit, but yeah, I do still want things to be challenging but not impossible. So 5th ed, level 7 characters. I know I am gonna have 3 players, but only one will be doing the challenge anyway. So we're gonna have a tiefling warlock. I think multi-classed into sorcerer. So like I don't know like if that how that affects their damage capabilities overall. No matter the weapon, all weapons do 1d6 damage. Even spells, right? Like even spell attacks would do 1d6. I'll let you finish your idea. Yeah, so no matter what the weapon, all weapons do 1d6 damage. What else, Setar? Do they have caryatid columns with the weapon break on hitting them mechanic? What are caryatid columns? Let me look that up. Caryatid column 5e. I didn't know that this was a creature. Okay, caryatid. Let me bring this up on stream so like we can all see what we're looking at. All right, caryatid column 5e. What book is this from? It's a homebrew. Okay. So 28 hit points, resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine. Okay. The wasp is back. Jesus. My fight or flight reflexes are triggering so hard right now. Is that wasp? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. You could make them immune to magic. Each player would need to find a weapon from another area and use it. Hitting is not hard, but anyone could do it. Yeah, I don't want armor class to figure into this. That's what I was thinking. Like you could, or just minimum armor class, like this one, 15. Anyone can hit 15 at level 7. So yeah, this works. I'd probably beef up the hit points a bit. Yeah, I like this. I could also make this like a weeping angel kind of thing, like they're immune to damage while the players have their eyes open, and the moment they close it. But I don't know how to make that interesting in Tailspire. I guess it's something more for like just theater of the mind tabletop play. Or I could just have the player, like whoever's in this room, like physically close their eyes on their end, and like I start to move the statues around, on those rounds, and tell them to open their eyes. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, yeah. Let's see what the actual ability is. Shatter weapon, a non-adamantine weapon that scores a critical hit on a caryatid column is shattered after the damage is dissolved. Ooh, snap. This does not affect unarmed strikes. Ammunition that hits the caryatid column is destroyed. Huh. And they have advantage on saving throws and spells. Okay, but not actual like resistance to magic damage, I guess. That's a good if I do the Stone Angels thing, yeah. Like essentially like my first dungeon. Like I could have a copy. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fun. Hey Xmores, what happened to being a s'more? But yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'm curious, what's the story behind your name? Why did you give up on being a s'more? Hopefully it's not too sad of a story. Now, forget I asked. Oh, hey Maury. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for tuning in again. I'm making the dungeon for tomorrow's charity Dudes versus Cancer event. So, shortcut for Excalibur and s'mores. Okay. I thought that, like, s'mores are wonderful things. It could be like a someone disillusioned as being a s'more. Like, anyway. There's an insight into my psychology about employment. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing this. Ah, dude. Dude. I'm sorry I brought it up. I am so sorry. Yeah, yeah. Um. All right. I hope it's for the best though. Like the things that work out, that when you get out of them, it's for the best. So hang in there, buddy. Sorry I brought it up. um. Okay. The idea is coming together. Um. Yeah, Weeping Angel Room. Whoever's in here, it's gonna be, obviously it's a physical challenge. And it's perfect because the previous ones have been, this is a skill, this is mental, this is mystery, and yeah, perfect. So this is a physical challenge, straight up combat. Let me Oh, okay. You've been here a while. Okay. Thanks for lurking. Let me note those classifications down actually. So barrel maze is mystery. Aqueduct is mental. Mead shoot will be a skill challenge. And what are we calling this? The Weeping Angel Room. Will be a physical challenge. All right. What would be the fourth ed challenge rating for this? I guess as is it works. Right? Like as is, this stat block would work. I could put, we'll keep it at 3, or we could keep it at 4. I could just make the hit points a bit lower, like 20, 25, 20 each. You think that's okay? Like enough for a group of level 7? No, not a group. One level 7 character in this room. Essentially, Weeping Angels, where they have to close their eyes. They have to close their eyes to fight these things. So yeah, let's up the creep factor in this. And put some, have them standing in a circle or something. Oh snap! Let me get that window out of the way. Who will join the party? Who the donators will mess with? Okay, so you have it. You can kind of see it here. Um, we have Paul from the Greasy Snitches, who will be another like local D&D org that does events and stuff. So Paul will be our special guest. You will have two other players from Diccast. So Arvin will be playing Jagrick, and JP will be playing Zephynder. They're characters from our D&D campaign on Dicecast. So what props can up the creep factor? What else can I add here? Let's see. Yeah, let's use these like slope walls to kind of make things a bit more out of place, a bit more creepy. All right, yeah, have a good luck with the homework. Hope you're learning. Oh, they don't have floors. Snap. Where's the one with the floor? Where's the version? There we go. Okay. I think I'll get rid of a whole row. It's a bit wide. There we go. You know what? To add to the claustrophobia, I'm gonna double these walls. Oh, no. There we go. Add some verticality to this so that like when they get in here, there's that, kind of element to it. And then we can put the lighting up on the second floor, so it just casts like these awesome shadows down. Yeah, there we go. All right, creep factor upped. So yeah, like players with like other modes of movement can also take advantage of it if they need like a break from this. Okay, so let's review what the caryatid column does again. Okay. Are there any weeping? Let's see if we can find like a weeping angel. D&D 5e. Yeah, let's see. Homebrew. There we go. All right. How do we? Oh, I like. All right, I like this. So petrifying defense. So let me show you what I'm looking at on D&D Beyond. All right. So weeping angels. This is their stat for it. I'm probably gonna dial it back, to be a bit more similar to the caryatid column, so the hit points won't be as big. I'll probably give them some kind of, yeah, like, is it gonna be too much if I give them regen on top of like these immunities? Maybe, yeah, because they're gonna have to do blind fighting. So here's how the petrification works on this like homebrew build. Um, when a character observes the angel without blinking, it gains a petrified condition and cannot move or attack. While in this state, its resistances become immunities and gains all the effects of a uh, petrified creature. A character can use his or her reaction to cast out a 75-foot cone, and any angel caught in the cone will be petrified on its next turn. After 5 uses of this ability, a character must make a constitution saving throw with a DC of 5 to succeed on each subsequent turn. Okay. While not petrified and working with other angels, the angel can use its reaction to ensure that it doesn't look at another angel. And if two angels fail to use a reaction and look at each other, then they remain petrified until something breaks the line of sight, such as a darkness spell. You know what? Sure, this is an interesting challenge. Okay, so yeah, I will stat this up very similarly. And essentially, but give it half the hit points. More in line with this one. So it will just make it a flat. What's this? 7d8. Yeah, just 3d8. We'll go with this. Perfect. So, let's actually make this a passage. And it's just gonna be like, you know, get to the end of this and retrieve, you know, the thing from this room, and that's it. So, yeah, let's. I mean, JP's probably gonna freak out and hate me, but it's gonna be worth it. Alright, there we go. Okay, then let's add where is that? Prop. There we go. Cauldron. So here's the thing. When they go to this cauldron and get the spark of hope, all that's gonna happen is that they will get the spark, but these lights go out, and that allows these angels to move. So they will need to use a combination of like light spells, I guess, and stuff to be able to see the angels and petrify them. I hope that's not too big of a challenge for our players. I have faith in them though. Like they'll probably realize like what's going on right away. Like I think there's gonna be a couple of Doctor Who fans among them. So yeah, hopefully they get it. Okay. Oh, for this one, I'll want it to just be the walls. There we go. And then single. Sweet. Actually, we'll keep that open because, yeah, it's just easier to see inside. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this is a pretty good song. What is it? It's still Koan sound. It is Tetsuo's Redemption. I hope if that's like a reference to Akira, that's really awesome. So yeah, I forgot to take out the Firefox window again. Sorry about that. But basically, this is what it's gonna be like. Very claustrophobic. When they get in, these statues are greeting them. Anyone who knows Doctor Who will probably pick up on this right away. And basically, the cauldrons are at the end. They'll see that, and they'll kind of know that it's supposed. This is where you get the light of hope, the spark of hope, I guess. If they've done any of the previous puzzles. But the moment they pick it up here, these lights are just to go out, and the angels are triggered. And yeah, and combat begins. Has it been on repeat? I don't know. Maybe it has been on repeat. Like it's just, I just realized now it's like 6 songs. And it's been a while, so I guess it's just been looping. It's nice though. I like it. It's nice, nice work music. Thank you for your suggestion. So yeah, let's type out like what this room is supposed to be. Let's bring up the Firefox window again, and let's go. Weeping Angels. So this is a physical challenge. Players must retrieve the spark of hope. Um, retrieve must kill the weeping angels in the room. Well, retrieve the spark of hope and kill the weeping angels in the room. Activating the cauldron will douse all the other lights in the area and activate the angels. Players must. So basically, the spark it's just cosmetic. Because like the players carrying the spark will be lit up anyway, and I just want an excuse like for the angels to wake up and to make it, to up the creepiness by making things go dark. So yeah, when they retrieve the spark at the end of the hall, everything else goes dark. Weeping angels wake up, and that's when these mechanics come into play. So petrifying the fence, so a player can use the reaction to essentially I'm not gonna make it a cone, or you know what, I'll make it better than a cone. I'll make it a semicircle. So basically everything like on the front side of where the player is looking, um, if they can petrify the angels there, but there may be angels like behind them that are unpetrified and can attack them. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'll probably make it so that it's not after 5 uses. I'll make it so that consecutive uses of it will increase the will necessitate like a saving throw. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Like just straight up, not after 5 uses, but like the first consecutive use, and then the next, and so on. So yeah, there we go. Fun. Weeping Angels. So I'm just gonna put this link in my notes with some changes. So 25 HP, or sorry, what was the one for the caryatid column? 28. No. It's gonna be 13 plus 9. Yeah, 21. Sure. It's gonna be enough of a challenge anyway. Or we'll make it 7d8. 3d8. So 7d8 would be 7 times 4. 7 times 4. That is 28 plus. That's too many hit points. If it's like in the 40s. Would giving a Weeping Angel. Or no, yeah, 3d8. Sorry. 3d8. So that's 13 plus 9, 21. Yeah, we'll go with 21. Fine. 21. Or 22 rather. 22 hit points. 22 HP. Um, Petrifying Defense. Works as a semicircle instead of a cone. So like in front or behind. But everything else should work as is. And yeah, consecutive uses. Use of petrifying defense has needs DC each 5 Constitution save stacks. And that's it. Those are the changes. And yeah, that's it for this dungeon. This whole dungeon. So we have 4 puzzles. Let's go over them again. This is the maze where they have to bring the spark of hope from one end to the other, but there's a dispel magic. There's an anti-magic field here with the only path through outlined up here. Next up, we have let me catch up with chat. So there's some stuff going on in chat. Xmars. Yeah, it's good. Thank you for the suggestion. It's really good, to kind of drill down and work on stuff. This album. Thank you for that suggestion. Xmars says, Maury, I'm weeping. I spent like a day of my allowance for a craving. Since I had this, are those tears of joy or like more of like fuck I'm broke? And it kind of says nice. Yeah, we're done. We're done for this stream. So we have a the second puzzle is this was a mystery challenge. This is going to be a mental challenge where they have to figure out how to align these pipes to get the spark of hope from over there to over here. And the thing is, turning these will result in turning another one. It depends. The exact equation is, I guess, 3 turns on dial A results in 1 turn on dial C and vice versa. So they turn this once, this turns 3 times. Next is 1 turn on dial B is 2 turns on dial D and vice versa. So there you go. That's a bit of a challenge. Next up is this one, the Mead Shoot, where increasing armor class, essentially, low risk, low reward, high risk, high reward. They have to. What are my notes here? The small barrel has AC 20, but it releases just 1 unit of liquid. The medium barrels AC 25 and releases 2 units, and the large barrels have AC 30 and releases 3 units of liquid. And the statue will be sated by 10 units of liquid. I do it manually for the players, so I'll be turning stuff. Yeah. They don't have that kind of automation yet in Tailspire, so I'm gonna have to do it. What time's the stream tomorrow? It starts at 1, but we'll start the pre-stream an hour early, just to make sure that we iron out all the technical, all the gremlins in the system. Because yeah, in our experience, it takes it just happens. So it's better to be early and iron them out, because things do go wrong pretty quickly when you're dealing with multiple co-streamers, co-hosts on a stream. So we'll be using GridFam and Discord to kind of tie everything together, communications wise. So GridFam for the webcams and Discord for the voice. What time? It'll be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Philippine time. That's GMT plus 8. I don't know what time that is in. I think you mentioned Oregon. So yeah, just plug that into a converter, GMT plus 8, or it's essentially 24 hours from now, because right now it's 12:30 noon time here, and we'll be starting the stream at 1 p.m. tomorrow. So 24 hours from now, pretty much. So hopefully you can tune in. But thank you so much for tuning in today and giving lots of great ideas and a playlist to work with. So yeah, this is the skill challenge. Next up, this is the physical challenge, where it's gonna be combat heavy. For the others, there will be ambushes if they successfully get the spark from here. When they on the return trip, there will be ambushes. So that will be the combat component. I'm still on the fence whether to do it with mobs or with essentially mini bosses. We'll see. So yeah, 10 p.m. Pacific. There you go. Thank you for looking it up. Yeah. So each return trip will have a mini boss to go through. Can they pass through here? Yeah, they can probably get up on this geometry. Okay. And except for this one, I think for this one, if they finish this, it's a combat encounter anyway. I'll let them have a break here. Yeah, basically around this time. I'll probably put some let's put some food on the table. And essentially they can eat this before or after combat. This'll heal them. I'll just have it work as a healing potion or something. Some healing pies. Put some mead. Yeah, sure, let's put pictures instead of pies. Pictures of mead. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, nice callback to the previous one. Oh, and yeah, I'm not even gonna call it mead. It's just a mysterious red liquid, and it'll be interesting, to see if they decide to drink it. I won't say it's healing. I won't say it. I won't tell them it'll heal them, but it'll be up to them. Also, it's worth noting that they won't be going through this in a strict sequence. They're free to kind of choose which portals to go through. But yeah, there we go. So I want to say thank you to everyone who joined me this stream. So Ikana Stone, Mori, Vagabond, Sitar, Mr. Square Peg. We had a bunch of people even earlier. Sarah Samonte, who's part of the Diccast crew, and Reveus, who was trying essentially fixing the layout, the overlay, while I was live, while I was doing while I was at the start of the stream. Speaking Beast himself was here, so one of the developers of Tailspire. So it's awesome that he dropped by. And yeah, that's it for today. So I hope you guys tune in tomorrow for the actual game, where I'll be putting 3 adventurers. That's Paul from the Greasy Snitches, Jagrick, Arvin playing Jagrick, and JP playing Zephynder. Their characters from the Diccast D&D campaign. So yeah, tune in and see how well they do. Like in this Crystal Maze inspired dungeon tomorrow. I hope it's gonna be fun, challenging, and yeah, interesting to watch for those of you. And meddle with, like, if you want to donate to the stream, to the cause rather, of Dudes versus Cancer. So, thanks for streaming. No, thank you for tuning in. Like, so people, it's true. Like, very few people do stream Tailspire. Oh, I saw streaming Tailspire the other day. God, the guy who's been doing the what's his name? The D&D animated spellbook. What's his name? Z Bashu. He was streaming Tailspire. I think it was yesterday or last night. I'm like, if you haven't checked out his channel, it's here, I'll link it in chat. It's youtube.com/zbashu. He has this awesome, like, YouTube series, animated YouTube series on, like, different spells in D&D and what you can do with them. Like, some of his here, I'll put it up. There you go. So it's the D&D animated spellbook, animated D&D tutorials for new and seasoned players alike, is what he describes it as. It's pretty awesome.
The animated.
So you get things like spell attacks and spell saves, and it's all, like, wonderfully animated. It's all nice and, like, kitschy. I love. Yeah. Oh, you were in that stream. Cool. Yeah. I didn't get to stick around much, but I was kind of floored that he was doing Tailspire, and I guess that he had also been in the alpha, in the group that got access to the alpha. It's pretty cool. Anyway, yes. That's it for today. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow. If not, have a good weekend anyway. Happy 4th of July to the people watching us from the US. Like, knock a couple back. If you drink. If not, it's just, yeah. I don't know. Awkward. But yeah. Thank you so much. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Let me play you out with our intro. Oh, and we should find someone to. Let's get on Twitch. Let's spread the love on Twitch. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Let's see. Are we it for the Tailspire stream? Yeah, we're it. Okay. Let's use doing tabletop RPGs. A writer workshop. If I'm gonna raid this guy, like, if you guys are interested in,
I wish,
writing for RPGs. So yeah, we're gonna raid this guy. Let me switch off the radio.
In a convention game, you really only have 3 hours. Same thing with an online game. If you set up an online game to play for 4 hours, you really only have 3. You're going to take a break in the middle. You've got the introduction and screwing around time at the beginning.
Let's.
The fiddling at the end.
Can I do the raid here?
You're going to lose about an hour. Maybe less would be great.
Do commands work here?
You're going to lose a good chunk of that time.
I don't know if commands work here.
You've got to plan.
Crap. Okay. Let me just real quickly
grab the player's attention right out the starting gate and get them started
get
the adventure as quickly as possible.
to
The plot hook
the Diccast dashboard.
I
don't know if that triggered the command.
Sly Flourishes Return of the Lazy Dungeon Master on.
All right, yeah, it's ready. It's ready to raid. So I'm gonna play you out to the intro. Peace, man. Hopefully you'll get in tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. I look forward to it.
Start strong.
I'm go play out with our intro, our outro rather. All right. Thank you